Another guy who does amazing shows, of course, is Patrick Michael. And Patrick came on his most recent episode of Free Water, talking to me directly, as he likes to do from time to time.
Welcome to Free Water. As always, I'm Patty Brokenskull. Thank you guys for, listening, downloading, subscribing, clipping the show, and putting it in your show. Constant promotion from you folks, and it's just so easy to not have to really do any of it myself. So, no reason for you to reach out on social media. We don't need that relationship, okay? Stick to the Patreon if you got some cool things to say. Pay the $3, right? I mean, that's what I would do.
I did. You kicked me off your Patreon. Patty, did you forget? Yes, I signed up years ago, and I gave him $3, and then he kicked me off and blocked me.
It's the No Roy's Club.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Now you're telling me. By the way, he's at 14. He must have the most consistent Patreon I've ever seen. He's been at either 12, 13, or 14 for years on that. Wow. Patreon.com/podculture. And if you want to talk to him, I remember playing a clip very recently where he said, here's my email address, reach out to me, let me know what you guys think. Here I am on Instagram. And now he's going, don't fucking message me. Unless you give me money, then I'll read your message. Otherwise, I don't want to hear from you. I don't care.
Have you ever invited him on, or would that ruin the mystique?
I don't think I have. I wouldn't have much to say to him, to be honest. Unless I wanted it to be in the Kevin Brennan show. Just like, you're an idiot.
I understand. It's more fun to do this. I just wondered if you'd thought of it.
What a piece of shit this guy is. Hey, everybody, look at Patty Brokenskull over here. What a piece of shit. What a cuck. All right, never mind. You want to get him on the show now. That actually sounds fun. All right, so somebody said something about Patty complaining that Chad used an F slur during the Kevin Brennan roast. Now, as you remember, the best thing that Patty Seacups has ever done was making fun of Chad Zumock trying to roast people. And one of the things that Chad did was he made the punchline an F slur just for shock value because he doesn't know how to actually write a joke with a witty punchline. Right. And so people are like, oh, really? You're offended by that? So now Patty Seacups is going to let us know he's not offended by the F slur. In fact, he uses it himself all the time.
And believe me, I have no problem with this word. I could care less about what you say. And in the heat of the moment, oh yeah, it's probably coming out of my mouth too. I'm from a different generation. I'm just from a different generation, folks. I know some of you probably out there think I'm a fucking kid. You think that I'm young and shit. Nope. I'm an older person.
He's from the F slur generation. I didn't even realize that. Is that like the Pepsi generation? I was just thinking that.
He should be doing a show with my producer, Craig. I didn't realize what an edgelord he was.
Yeah, watch out, guys. Guys, I'm grandfathered in on F slurs, all right? Unless you think otherwise. I can't help it. It's so funny. So he thinks that all the suggestions that people give him are stupid and suck because he gets all these comments on his YouTube videos now, and he goes through and reads them and gets upset.
Yeah, I got some comments on the Shane Gillis, Matt McCusker video that I just put up about their JRE experience. And let's be honest, guys, when it comes to that YouTube channel, the most watched or the most time watched or the most popular and well-liked videos are not any of the ones that these people have recommended. Not one video that you guys have said, hey, you should do a video on blah, blah, blah. Not one time have you been right.
So stop giving him advice on how to do his show. He knows better than you. All the videos that he came up with the idea for are doing the best. Shut up.
I like that he gives us 3 definitions of views on video. He's like, the most watched or the most time watched or the most... Right. It's like, no, we get it.
We get what you mean by that. All these shows, they're always talking about we can't do it without the fans and the listeners. We love you guys. Thanks for the support. Patty, you gotta love his attitude towards us. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's refreshing.
Yeah. I don't know why you're listening.
I prefer to do it without the fans.
Yes. Do not communicate with me at all. If you want to give me money, fine. I'll take your fucking money.
Yeah, just don't tell me you're a fan.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I'm doing this all in spite of you. So thanks for listening.
Yeah, you could talk shit about me, but it's not going to boost your numbers any. Because I'm nothing. Talk shit about Shuli Agar, fine.
Okay.
Ooh, that's going to help. People know who that is. Talk shit about Reverend Bob Levy. That's going to boost your numbers. But you talk about little old me, doesn't really help you at all. It just doesn't. I wish it did. Believe me, that'd be great. Anything to help you guys get bigger and make more money off of Anthony Cumia's recommendations, fine, yes. How great that would be.
He is really in Chad's world right now. The way that he's
I
talking.
have two thoughts on that. First of all, how do you go from destroying Chad to copying him? But also, like, I like these guys a lot, but it's hilarious to me that his examples of big names are Shuley and Bob Levy.
Yeah, well,
It's like, hey, these are going to clicks.
you have to understand that Patty's entire life is YouTube now. Like, that's all he does, is just stares at YouTube. And nobody's making more shows right now than Shuley and Bob Levy.
That's a good point.
So I can see why those would be on the top of mind for him, obviously. But I like that he says, you can make fun of me, but it's not going to get you viewers or listeners. I beg to differ, sir.
Yeah.
I completely disagree
don't
with
beat
that.
yourself up like that.
Yeah, buddy, come on. You're good fodder. We could turn this shit show into gold.
Also, I like that he's like, you shouldn't be making fun of me because it won't make you successful. It's
Yeah.
like, well, what if I just enjoy it?
Yeah.
You're not convincing me.
Can I just do it as a hobby? Or?
Yeah.
Try and stop me.
All right. So finally, I think this is the first time he's ever done this. Patty Seacups is going to explain to us what the format of his show is. Oh, wow. Because honestly, I had no idea, and I've listened to a lot of episodes.
I've waited so long.
Yeah, so let's find out. What is it?
Every episode's different. You got no reason to start any particular, place within the episodes, no matter how many there are. And like I said, this is a podcast started in 2020 that has been through some changes, but it's always sort of been based around the idea of me not getting distracted. Being able to go through and talk about a singular topic and then move on.
I think he got distracted when he was explaining that.
I will ignore my kids for 30 minutes at a time. That's the format of my show.
I didn't realize until like somewhat recently when you guys were talking about him. I didn't know he has a family while he's doing all of this.
Well, he's got 2 young kids, but he broke up with the mother of those kids. So I don't know what that situation even is, but it does sound like there's children in the background quite a bit. Maybe he's popping that in post just to fuck with us, or what his deal is. So,
Kids, I'm doing a bad podcast right now. Keep it down.
guys, I'm trying to focus on one topic right now.
We know.
What a weird thing to say. He explains that he wants to talk about one thing and focus on it. Like, all right.
Go.
Do it.
Yeah, any time now. We're waiting. All right, so again, Patty's talking about me specifically because I'm the one who brought up when we heard him roast Chad. Like, maybe this is the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours theory. If you do something enough, you get good at it. Mm-hmm. And Patty's going to say, no, that's not the case at all.
And for the people that think that I've got my 10,000 hours in, and all of a sudden this fucking switch flipped, right, to make me appease to you, right?
Hold on a second. What was that? To get me to appease to you? Is that what he said? Hold on. I got to listen to that again.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. I always do
What's your problem?
To appease to you, right? I already had the skills, guys.
Oh.
And it didn't take any pushing from you to make me do that. I chose to do it. In fact, I didn't want you to find it.
Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. He's still talking about how amazing he is, even if he's terrible. He's terrible at talking about how amazing he is.
It's just like that. Remember we played the clip of that hiding in my room guy who was like, I don't like that. I talk all this shit about my fiance and she found my YouTube channel. It's bullshit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. I didn't even want you to see. Oh, you liked that video? I didn't even want you to see that video that you liked and promoted. I can't win with this guy. I give him money. I get him viewers. I promote him nonstop, and he hates me.
And he clearly listens, because what are the odds that multiple platforms mention the Malcolm Gladwell
right.
10,000 hours in reference to him?
I think that was me specifically, yeah.
So that seems like a shot at you.
This guy's the opposite of Harrison Young. Harrison Young, I go on, I goof on him. He couldn't be more excited about it, to the point where he's bringing my brother and sister-in-law on the show. Like, anyone who's even close to WATP is now a guest on Topic Time. He's so excited about it. Patrick Michael, just the exact opposite. All the promotion I give him, doesn't like it at all.
I like that Harrison Young is not taking Patrick Michael's advice. He's like, I know how to get views.
Yes.
I'll have Carl's sister on.
Nailed it. Although no, I'm saying that, but my sister-in-law is probably recording a show with Patty Seacups right now. I'll probably see it in my
It's a
feed.
big star now.
I'll probably see it in my feed very soon. All right. So this is him saying that I was almost someone. This is confusing to me. Maybe you can make sense of this one.
Okay. This fucking podcasting realm is full of guys that live a life of almost, right? You live a perpetual life of, hey, almost. I almost was Anthony Cumia. I almost was Jim Norton. And that's fine. I live a perpetual life of half-assing. Okay? I am not putting in full effort into anything. Even the bullshit YouTube channel, you fucking dummies.
He's showing us. I was like, well, he must have written this down. It sounds like he wrote a script. He had some good thoughts. He brought up some interesting points. He's like, whoa, you like that? Never again.
He has some strange brags.
Yeah.
Like, I don't try. That's pretty cool, right?
If you think there was a weird line in the room where the mother-in-law goes, if you think I'm tired today, wait until you see me tomorrow. I feel like it's a similar kind of threat like this. Like, oh, if you guys think I'm putting in very little effort right now, wait until you see what the future holds. There will be so little effort that I put into these shows, your head will spin with the lack of effort. All right.
Yeah, his approach is very strange. It seems like he wants to be a podcaster, but hates the idea of people watching his videos.
Correct. That's why
he does know things like he's like, oh, if I put, Shane Gillis's name in the title, maybe more people will watch it. So he's actively trying to get views.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And actively working against them. I don't know even how to describe it, really.
I can't figure it out either because he's got Brendan Schaub and Chris D'Elia, and he's got these crazy art illustrations of them. He's putting in all the thumbnails, and he's doing the shorts, and he's doing all of this stuff to get people to watch his videos. And then when they do, he goes, fuck you. Stop watching my videos. And if you even try to comment, he gets annoyed with that too.
Who cares about it? Why? Who am I? I don't get it. I'm still in this mindset of who's this for in the end besides me. So to think I'm doing, like, one guy even left a comment and said that I needed to fix my volume, fix my levels, right, on my YouTube videos.
I saw that comment on there. Someone just goes, hey, dude, just normalize. When you get done with the audio, you can probably just right click on it and hit normalize, and it'll sound way better.
Did he say volume? Was that a joke I missed? Or?
I don't know. He pronounces volume all the time.
It's annoying.
It's weird. It's not exactly the right way to pronounce that word. But what's crazy about this, Mike, is that when I pulled down this podcast and I loaded it in my software, I went, holy shit, this dude finally normalized the audio. It's consistent all the way across, and it's much louder than it normally is. When I normalized it, it only went up 5 dBs. Normally it goes up like 15. So he's complaining about this advice that he got, but he obviously must have taken it.
Yeah.
Stop giving me advice that I use. I think
I've figured it out, and it's just we don't understand Patrick because he's a tortured artist. I think that's the real. We're in this game for the money, and he's in it for the art.
You're right. Like Kurt Cobain never wanted to become as successful a rock star as he was.
Yeah. If only they met the same demise.
Well, I don't think Courtney Love's going to kill Patrick Michael, but I hear what you're saying. It was an inside job. I guess my point. We gotta work in 9/11 in every segment today. All right. So now we're going to talk about his editing prowess and all the editing that he does on his show.
I just simply edit it to the best of the abilities that I have and what I hear. Right? Try to take out that fucking weird, I don't even know. It sounds like a fan on or something like this, and that'll be in the background of the microphone sometimes, depending on where I record. Try to cut all that shit out so that way you bitches have nothing else to fucking complain about besides what I talk about.
Whoa. Hold on a second. This is getting dangerously close to caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
He just said that he edits his show so that we can't goof on how poorly, the poor production of it. Yeah. So wait a second.
What's interesting is sometimes I'll bitch about an individual that will tweet at me or something.
Yeah.
And I'll focus on it, and I think I'm doing that too much. But what's interesting about Patrick is he will complain about the entirety of his audience.
Yes.
Like he hates everyone that's listening.
I can't imagine what his diary looks like when he's just writing down, and then principled uncertainty said that my volume was low, and he can go fucking. Gonna be so upset.
I feel like we're listening to his diary.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. All right. Patty does not want to be like me. He's making this very clear.
Because I never want to be like you. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't.
We
It would
can
make
all
more
agree
sense
with that, right?
It would make more sense if I said I didn't want to be like Patrick Michael. That would make sense.
I mean, let's be real here. I would like to have Carl's success, but I don't want to be like
That's
him.
true.
I think we can all agree with that.
And this is the guy who's blind, who's just like, I'm not trading places with that guy. that's how shitty
No
I
thanks.
am. So, obviously, Patrick Michael's listening to the show now. It's very clear by some of the things that he says, including this word that I don't think he uses correctly, but he would have heard it from us probably.
Even when it comes to people that do enjoy my shit, how gross is it to think that there would be people who like what I do so much, they're going to troll the people who don't like me? Like, that's corny behavior, dude. That's like telling a guy to meet you after school to fight and then bringing all your friends.
How is that corny?
I don't know.
What does he mean by that?
Well, I'm hung up on the fight analogy. I don't really get that either.
Well, so again, when he said earlier, he's like, you guys think I'm a kid. I'm not a kid. Well, we think that because you talk about school so much, dummy. Like every single thing he brings back to, it's like in high school when this thing happens, you're like, were you just there earlier today? Why are you talking about high school?
Just looking through the window.
He does sound young too. I think that's why him having kids thing shocked me. So I thought he was like 20 years old.
Well, he's also stupid. And you like to think that someone in their 30s would have some knowledge about how the world works.
Right.
And he does not. So that's why people think that he's young.
Nope.
Yeah, no, just not at all with that one. All right. So I don't think corny was the right word.
But it's been a while, so
This dude is fucking corny.
Nice. So now, apparently there's a guy from Australia. I don't know if it's that Aussie guy. I'm not sure who it is, but somebody's been reaching out to him who wants to start a show with him. And he's very annoyed with this, of course.
And I don't really know what he does. All I know is that he does bother me. Emails me. And his emails don't make any sense because I told him, I said, I don't want to be on your show. No, I'm not doing the show with you. I simply said no. And he said, thanks for your consideration. And then I realized, oh, I got 11 voice messages from this guy since this email. He must think this is some sort of game. Is there nothing going on over there in Australia? Do we need another big fire for you guys to be relevant again? What's happening? He has a fucking shit accent. Do your own show then. Why? What? He's like, hey, fucking two countries come together, mate. You're not a bad guy. You're not a bad guy, Patrick. And he keeps, and I'm like, hey man, I don't like you.
That Irish accent's pretty tight, though. I gotta give it to him. That was supposed to be Australian.
I thought that was
Why did that guy
Husey.
move to Australia, I wonder?
All right. So apparently, Patty has a voicemail number, which I did not know.
Oh.
Did anyone know that? Someone's leaving him voicemail? How do you do that? I want to do that.
Also, does he ever explain why he's so against going on this guy's show? Like, I've never seen a podcaster hate podcasting so much.
Hold on. Cardiff is shaking his head yes. He's probably playing his guitar right now, not even paying attention, but just in case.
Hello.
Did you know that he has a voicemail number?
Not technically a number,
Okay.
but maybe I'll explain off air.
Oh.
What do you mean explain off air? Explain on air. We all want to talk to Patty Seacups.
Oh, okay. Well, because he's blocked me on it already, so might as well.
Okay.
If you
This
if you
fucking
go to his
potato
Anchor
keeps calling me. I don't want to talk to a potato.
yes, if you go to his Anchor FM site, there's a spot there where you can leave a voicemail,
Oh, okay.
and he did reference me a while ago, prior to blocking me,
Congratulations.
that he was tired of getting messages from me trying to get him on my show.
You've arrived, buddy.
Actually, I wanted to collab with him, but he declined.
A lot of people want to collab
The
with
only
him.
man who's never done a podcast with Cardiff. At this point.
Yes,
Oh, I thought Carter wanted to do a duet with him. That would be awesome.
that too. I'll do that. I just want to work with the genius. Yes.
Well, I don't know if you had this good of a pitch, but the Aussie guy had a brilliant idea for a show that the two of them could do together.
Because all the shit that he's sending to in the voicemails, you're like, be funny. Sell me. Sell me on the, okay, so you're trying to sell me on the idea that I came up with. Right? fuck me or fight me, right? That's my thing. And this guy's saying, let's start a show called Fuck Me or Fight Me, dude. It'll be cool. But why? Which part? Which part's cool?
It sounds pretty cool to me. I would tune in to Fuck Me or Fight Me. Yeah. It's a pretty good idea. Did you have a good
I think he's telling the guy to be
that?
funny. Like, this guy's supposed to call him and be like, so 2 Jews walk into a bar. Wow me on the phone.
Cardiff, what was your idea?
Well, I didn't have an idea. I was
yeah,
trying
see?
to get. I was trying to get him to respond to me. He's emailed me back and told me to, in a nice way, told me to fuck off. But no, we are not doing a show together yet.
So according to our Discord right now, breaking news, everybody, Cranberry Electric is the Aussie who has been trying to get a show going with Patty
That is true.
Seacops.
That is true.
Yeah.
Confirmed by Cardiff.
Yes. Do you know, is it the same family, Cardiff Electric and Cranberry Electric?
No.
You guys don't see each other
He's
on
a
Thanksgiving?
disciple. He's a disciple.
Oh, okay, I see.
Electric is a very common last name.
Yeah. Good point.
Especially in England. Or Australia, I guess, where cranberry is from.
I thought it was Ireland. All right. So Patty has some really good ideas, and he wants to let us know. He's got all the ideas. He doesn't need us to tell him what to do.
I have better ideas in my pinky than most of the people you fuck with, believe me. And this isn't scripted. Like I said, you don't want me to put pen to paper. You just don't.
Ooh.
You'd rather have it this way, my guy, I promise.
Why is that?
The pen is mightier
And that's
than the
without
sword.
spending
Carl.
any time researching.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
I like that he's threatening
Imagine
us with writing things down before he talks.
Imagine if, like, Tarantino thought that way. You don't want me to put pen to paper. It'll blow your fucking minds.
Now, Patty has a very good memory. And that's why he's so good at podcasting. He remembers everything that he learns.
You know, because you get information every day. New information. It's a matter of what you do with it and how you can access it. And I can get to it pretty quick, boys. You know what I mean?
Whoa! Little humble brag from Patty right there.
That's very John. Very stuttering John.
Yeah.
I have a photographic memory.
Now, you know, we saw him on what's Tony Hinchcliffe's show? What's the name of that show?
Kill Tony.
Kill Tony. We saw him on that. I want to see him on Jeopardy. I didn't realize he was able to access this information so quickly. I want to see how he does on that. All right, are you guys ready for a serious mind fuck?
Yes.
This is try to wrap your head around. I know that Opie talking about time, the concept of time, probably still got people wondering what's going on.
Yeah, I'm still reeling.
Yeah, so check this out.
I don't really care. I don't really care. I say this, but you know deep down I care. But I also don't really.
Which is it? I can't tell.
Yes.
One of the great mysteries. We'll never know, I fear.
The fact that I say I don't care 5,000 times on podcasts might seem like I do care. And maybe I do, but I don't. What? Jesus. So,
Imagine if he put that down on paper.
one more clip I have for us, because as you guys might recall, I mentioned that the format of the show is focusing on one topic. And that topic for this episode, obviously, was about me and how I should go fuck myself. But he also wants to tell us that Rihanna at the halftime show was not really a great event for the men watching football. So he's got an idea for how to entertain the male audience that is a Super Bowl audience.
Okay, you could have brought out a bratwurst and put sunglasses on it and had it do some renditions of some Sinatra tracks, right? And that would have got more views at halftime from men than Rihanna.
What do you think about that, Carter?
Like what I tell him to like.
If we're bringing out food to do the halftime show, I have another suggestion.
I will say my favorite thing about bratwurst is watching it. I enjoy staring at it more than anything.
Speaking of staring at it, I want to bring Hannah on the show. Hannah, are you there? You are there.
I'm here. Sorry.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing
no.
well.
Are all
good.
those your guitars?
They are not my guitars.
Oh, okay. We're done.
No. Mm.
I'm glad you
Cardiff,
have a,
nice haircut.
Oh, thank you. It's still President's Week
Oh yeah, there we go.
till tomorrow.
All right, guys. We need to catch an alien up in this bitch. I think it's that time. So let me load this up. This is the game show that everyone's talking about. If there's a
Would
water
Mike
cooler
like me
at
to do
work-
described video for him?
If you wouldn't mind.
Okay, I will talk you
If you
through
think
it,
it'll
Mike. Yes.
See, this guy looks weird, Mike, and we speculate that maybe he's not from this earth.
Now I get the jokes.
It's time for everyone's favorite new game show to catch an alien. Are you ready to play to catch an alien?
Let me check with everyone. Hannah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Hannah's ready. Producer Chris?
Yes.
Mike?
Give me a few minutes.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's take 5, but let's get
Check
back
your
here.
email. Check your email for DocuSign, please.
All right, let's get into it, guys. Ready or not, here we come.
On a global scale.
Now, say they come out and they say, okay, there are aliens. There's some in the Milky Way. We feel that some things are wrong.
There's some
100,000 years
Snickers.
old. What does that do to religion? I think that's a big part. If they do know the reality of all this, what does that do to religion? And what conflict would that create? The Pope put it in. Do you know that?
Yeah.
The Pope put that in, Ben. Really? Yeah, he put other life into the Catholic Church.
I've thought about that even before all this, and as a Christian, having read the red text in the Bible, which is obviously Jesus's words.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
No way you could be that profound. You could, as a philosopher or anything, to be able to have that big of an impact based on those words.
I'm with you. In my opinion, why can't God be whatever you want it to be, right? And with the whole Bible thing, gotcha, that bullshit, I've heard that too. And God could be anything. I don't think there's anybody that's alive that's going to sit here and say that there's not something bigger than us. Whether you think there's somebody who floated up to heaven and went to hell, whatever. It doesn't matter. There's something bigger than us. I mean, that's obvious. So there's a God in some way, shape, or form. And with the Bible, in my opinion, again, I think it's a good thing. I think it keeps society in check to an extent. But I also think you got 5 guys with 5 different stories.
Oh, boy.
What did Tommy say next? Here are your choices. Number 1, and all 5 guys were trying to get to the top with Jesus. B, probably on a lot of shrooms. Next, who even knows what their agenda was? 4, it's like that game, Broken Telephone. Remember that? Lastly, it's like Fox News and CNN. They all tell a different story. To catch an alien.
Oh, man, it could be that last one. He does like to talk about that. I'm going to go with number 3, who knows what their agenda was or is. Something like that.
Yeah.
Blind Mike Geary, what do you think, buddy?
I'm going to go with the first one. Like all 5 guys trying to get to the top with Jesus or whatever he said.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
I don't know
pretty
why
much
I
it.
could hear him saying that.
All right, Hannah?
I'm going to go with D, broken telephone.
Broken telephone, yeah. So the Squirrel Watcher says that. Corn Dip says the Shroom one. Producer Chris, what say you?
I'm going number 5, Fox
Yeah.
and CNN.
I like that one too. Enoch F is predicting this is the end of my winning streak. I hope not.
Oh, I hope so.
I don't. Maybe we shouldn't have Cardiff here when we play this game.
Only when I win.
And with the Bible, in my opinion, again, I think it's a good thing. I think it keeps society in check to an extent. But I also think you got 5 guys with 5 different stories, probably on a lot of shrooms and a lot of shit.
Nobody got it.
I don't know.
Corn
but
dip.
I think it's a good thing. But just because you believe in the Bible, but you also believe in another life or a different type of God, that doesn't make you like against Jesus Christ. It just means you think outside of the box within.
Absolutely.
Best line ever.
I don't think those mushrooms even grow in that climate.
They were on shrooms, Hannah. Just accept it.
Well, I think they need some moisture and some substrate. Oh, I'm just saying.
Are you a
To
soil
catch
expert?
an alien.
No, I'm not. That's Casey.
Oh. Brought to you by patreon.com/CardiffElectric and the Cardiff Electric YouTube. Also,